The street light that never went OF, the case of little Mara. Tonight we step into a story that shook an entire neighborhood. A story about innocence, about loss, and about a community that refused to let one child be forgotten. This is the heartbreaking case of little Mara Benson, a quiet girl whose disappearance turned a peaceful street into a place of fear, unity, and memory. And to this day, a single streetlight still glows in her honor. Welcome to Murdered Truth, the dark crime. Who little Mara was. Mara Benson was the kind of child who didn't need to be loud to be noticed. She was gentle, soft-spoken, always smiling politely at neighbors, even the ones she barely knew. She loved butterflies. She loved warm rain. She loved watching her mother cook, listening to old gospel tunes humming softly through the kitchen. But the thing she loved most was the tall street light right outside their house. Every evening when it glowed to life, she'd whisper, "It protects us." Her parents would laugh quietly at her innocence. But they also treasured it, because innocence is something you can never get back once it's gone. The evening everything changed. It was a regular Friday evening. Children playing, parents relaxing on porches. The kind of quiet night that feels completely safe. Around 6:45 p.m., Mara asked her mother, "Can I go to Sarah's house? Just for a little bit?" Her friend lived directly across the street. Her mother agreed. Mara never stayed out long. As she skipped across the road, the street light flickered above her, something it rarely did. Mara paused, smiled up at it, and kept walking. It would be the last time anyone saw her take that simple, innocent walk. When minutes turned to fear, at first nobody worried. Kids lose track of time. Playdates run longer than expected. But when 30 minutes passed, then an hour, Mara's mother felt something heavy settle in her chest. She called out across the street. No answer. She walked to the friend's house. Mara wasn't there. She hadn't even arrived. And suddenly, that harmless, quiet neighborhood felt colder, unfamiliar, threatening. The community joins the search. By 9 p.m., neighbors were out with flashlights. People searched behind garages, between houses, under porches. Everyone repeated the same hopeful line. "She's probably just wandered off. She'll come back." But hope becomes thinner with each passing hour. Her father drove slowly up and down the block, stopping every few meters, calling her name. Her mother stood beneath the streetlight, crying softly, holding Mara's small jacket. People who had never spoken before suddenly worked together. Everyone felt responsible. Everyone felt the fear. Days of heartbreak. As hours turned to days, the anxiety became unbearable. Authorities searched nearby fields. Dogs were brought in. Volunteers formed long human chains, combing through areas no one imagined a child could be. Posters of Mara's face went up everywhere: store windows, telephone poles, bus stops. People whispered painful questions. What if she's hurt? What if she's cold? What if she's scared? But no one dared speak the darkest possibility aloud. Every night, Mara's parents sat beneath that same streetlight. It became a symbol, a beacon of hope, a place where the community gathered to pray. Butterflies, her favorite, were drawn by local children and taped around the pole. The streetlight became a shrine before anyone even realized it. The truth finally surfaces. A full week passed, and then authorities found signs. Subtle ones. Nothing graphic or disturbing, just enough to confirm the truth everyone feared. Mara was gone. Not lost. Not missing. Not waiting to be found. Gone. Her mother fell to her knees when she heard the news. Her father went silent for days. Neighbors cried quietly in their homes. An entire community broke at once. The streetlight that never turned off. In the days that followed, people left flowers, drawings, and handwritten notes beneath the streetlight she adored. Someone brought ribbons. Someone else brought candles. Children placed paper, butterflies, hundreds of them, fluttering gently in the evening breeze. The city decided the streetlight would never be turned off again. Not for maintenance. Not for power outages. Not for cost-saving measures. It would stay on. Always. Because to them, it wasn't just a streetlight anymore. It was Mara's light. Her place. Her memory. How a little girl changed a whole neighborhood. Mara's passing changed people. Parents held their children closer. Neighbors who never spoke before became like family. The school started Butterfly Day in Mara's honor, celebrating kindness, gentleness, and looking out for one another. To this day, drivers slow down when they pass that streetlight. People lower their voices when walking by, and every evening, it flickers gently before glowing bright. Almost like it remembers her. Almost like it's still protecting the street, just the way she believed it did. Closing message. If Mara's story touched your heart, I want you to do something simple. Leave a comment. What message would you give to families who've lost a child? Like this video to help her memory reach more people. Subscribe to join our growing community. Because here, on Murdered Truth, the dark crime, we don't just tell dark stories, we honor the light that was lost.